What's going on, guys? Big Turkey and Weed here. Just want to bring another play to you. A few plays here today out of a formation. Another one in the Patriots playbook that I've been using, working on. It's out of the ace slot offset. I got a few plays in here that I really like to use. And the biggest one, I guess, would be to start off with is going to be the PA post shot. And this is going to be a cover 4 and cover 3 big play. Against cover 2, you're going to be able to do some underneath things, whether they play sink or in hard flats. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just start off with the cover 4, because that is what this is probably strongest against. We'll go to cover 4 quarters. And what I like to do is I just like to take my circle and put them on a flat or put them on an out route, either one. It'll work. You can even probably put them on a drag if you just want an option on the other side. And what's going to happen is this far right safety there is going to pull down eventually as this play goes across. Snap it. Hope I'm going to get sacked, but try it again. See if I can get a little bit of protection. We could block, particularly my offensive line. You can do something like that. But when you come across here, see how he gets clear? And as soon as he clears the one safety, that second safety isn't there, and he can't get back. Somebody like Tyreek Hill or something in Mutt, take that for a touchdown every time. And again, if you get out here and you start to get in trouble and you got to dump it off a little bit to circle, it just gives you another option if you feel like you need to get some better blocking. That's gonna be that play against cover 4, and then against cover 3 as well. About the ball, but this is gonna work pretty much in the same way. And we'll go shot. Cover 3. Try to put it in again. Block triangle if you want. You only got 3 routes going out. But the main thing is let them get across. And you can see how it opens up if you get the blocking. Brandon Graham's tearing up Leo Collins. But in Mutt, hopefully we get a little bit better of protection. It's not going to let me get this off. We'll try one more time. We'll try it without the... I threw it too late. You really want to try to roll out to the right. Unfortunately, you do have to have that route. There we go. All right, we got one. So that's the way it's going to look versus cover 3. Again, if you start to roll out and you get stuck, you want to dump it off the circle or throw the ball away. This is when you're just ready to take a shot on the opposing player. The next setup that I want to go over with you is going to be a different play. That's the main play I would use against cover 3 and cover 4. The next play is what I would use against cover 2. And that's the post play. And the big thing about the post is it creates a really nice high-low. It also has that flag route can be motioned over and create separation against man. So if we're running Tampa 2, you got this, you want to send circle on a go, and then I would block triangle, try to give you more protection. I hit the wrong button. But X was wide open, and you just want to hit them right off the line of scrimmage once you start to see them sink down. And you can even take square and try to smart route them. That was the step I forgot. You take square and smart route them to the sticks. What that'll do is it'll just give you a little bit more depth to that chart, to that flag route. So you can hit X right off the line for a 3 or 5 yard gain. We can take circle and throw it up the field, and better corners might anticipate that in the cover two. And if you start to run into that, you might want to avoid throwing it. But then if they're going back on that, you can just hit X then underneath, and it's really wide open for 5 yards. We'll show that same play versus cover 3. That's what else you can run it against. And what you want to do is against users, that's why you want to keep that back Texas route that's coming out of the backfield. You want to keep that in there, is because if a user starts to come across and try to take away the flag, as they're going to do, that's what you're going to run into. You can come in the opening to where they are and run that. Hit them again over top the corner. So now, what I want to show you again in this formation is what to do if they're going to run man against you. The man defense is going to be very beatable with motion. When you motion this play, and we'll do PA post. You can create a nice little look if you put square on a slant, and maybe you'll give a wheel route to your running back. Square's wide open. That's probably going to be used most of the time. So that's going to be the first user route that they try to take. What I would try to do once you start to see the user lurking in the middle, try to come over here to gallop. It's a very nice little flag route. And if I throw it right on the break, it gets pretty open. See how you throw it right on the break? And that's a little bit of a timing play. Obviously, if you're late, it gives them a much better chance of intercepting it. So you just want to be careful. One of the other things that I want to show in this formation is when they do come out man, you see how the right side, the corner is on the running back right now, and the linebacker is on the tight end. If I flip this play over, the cornerback stays, and those two corners always run with them. This happens in every formation. So now I got a linebacker on Ezekiel Elliott, and I have another linebacker from across the field on my tight end. What that allows me to do is it can allow me to run Schultz on a nice little flat out that's going to be wide open. And I could run Zeke something like this. Or what I like to do is I like to run Ezekiel Elliott on a little option route. So option is going to be the L2 audible for him. And then I like to send Schultz on a go. The option route just gets a lot more open than the other routes. It's a lot more crisper at the top of the route, and it's deeper than the lineman. What happens is when you run just a plain little out route, you see how it gets into your lineman's feet? When I snap the ball, Zeke tends to run into the lineman like that, and then I can't get it out there in time. The first time, you get a little bit more time and a little bit more space to be able to work with. So when you run them on that option route, you'll get that depth to about the 30-yard line here, and then it will just give you a clearer path to be able to get it to him. And he'll basically run that option, that out route, every single time he's in man. That's going to be the play he runs on the option. So the next play we're going to look at is the level sail. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you some options to try to get the ball out in a little bit of open field and try to get it out to your running back and give you a few window options if they're running a pretty deep zone defense. You're having a hard time. So what we'll do is we'll start this off against cover 2, and we'll try cover 2 sink because that's a more popular defense. And I like to take Ezekiel Elliott, and I like to run him on a little swing route, and then motion Cooper over. And this will give you the ace close look. And what I like to do is put Cooper on a little zig route. And what that's going to do is it's going to give Cooper a little bit of time there to where Ezekiel Elliott gets out in front of him and can start to block for him. So you get it out to Elliott, and then Cooper, well, you hope he picks up that corner. But Cooper's going to be able to get out there and block for him a little bit. We'll get him out there. Run the zig. Then we got Cooper going up the field with him. What you hope to do is be able to get Cooper to block that corner, but it can be a little difficult at times. I feel like it happens more in head-to-head when Cooper will block that guy or whoever you have out there. But that's kind of one of the main plays. Just get it out there. Try to get yourself an open field. Another thing that you can do when he's in cover 2 is you're going to try to hit backside coming across. You hope you want triangle to occupy that right there. And then see, your triangle was the one that was really open because they didn't sink down as much. I'm running cover 2 sink. So, yeah, what we want to do is over here. Really in cover 2, you want to hit that running back, but now I want to give you a look of what I try to do versus like a cover 3 look. Hard flats, you're gonna hit that flag route. That's gonna be pretty simple. But if they come out in cover 3 and they just run like a stock cover 3, you'll bring him over. Okay, we're putting him on the zig again. Put Elliott on the swing. And the swing's going to be open again, but you really want to try to get it underneath into that flag route there against cover 3, against cover 4 as well. If cover 4 drops back on you, you can go to the swing route, and you're going to have even more room than you have on the cover 2 look. But really, in cover 3, also the backside, that's where the backside really comes in. That backside comes all the way across, wide open. If you miss some of your reads, that's your final read to try to get to. Now, the things that if they're running man, because you do want to give them multiple looks out of this, man's where you're going to run like double crossers, like just because since you have all that room in the slot, really. If they were coming out man, I might try to maybe put him on that go there or on the slant. We'll motion Cooper over. Give him that zig. The zig really should be open. If he's running man, maybe he's blitzing and you block Jarwin and send Schultz on a go. And really, you're looking for that zig on the backside there. Um, or you can run that slant, and you can run like a double slant crossers kind of play, where you're gonna run a slant there, and then run the double goes, block Elliott. And when you do this, when they cross over each other, they both really should be pretty open. Because you just got that inside start to it. So that's how I like to run levels, and at least out of this formation, you can really apply this concept to other formations as well. Um, there's also multiple runs in this formation that we like to use, that I like to use, and that's one of the better things. Is it's much more balanced formation. So when you go into the A slot offset, you're gonna have an inside zone, a power. You got the bubble, you got a trap, and you got this buck sweep. So you kind of can get to anywhere you want to on the field as far as running the ball, and specifically the buck sweep. If they are running some type of man defense, can kind of create an overloaded look on the right side. Now, if I am going to run the buck sweep, what I like to do is come out in the initial formation and do that switch over. Because when you do that switch over, now all the corners and see how much room we have on that left side. And that'll kind of give you that one-on-one look there. Based off of what we were talking about earlier, where when we rotate, when we flip this formation specifically in man, it just doesn't bring that corner over to the correct side, and almost puts the defense at a major disadvantage. And with doing that, you can kind of catch a defense off guard, because there's not a whole lot of time to flip the formation back or flip your own defensive play. They'll get caught in the middle of it. Well, that's about all for this formation and what I'd like to run out of it. I appreciate if you guys can give me a like and a follow. Anything is appreciated. I'm looking forward to doing this all year long, so stick around for some more tips and different plays I like to run. And thanks for stopping by. Bye.